as did the rest of the world, I felt such a, I don't know, a sense of loss when your father was murdered. I know you dedicated the book to him and used that photo. When I saw the boys in the paper, I personally, the boys who were accused of murdering your father, I wanted to confront them and ask them why they did it. And I wondered if you wanted to do the same.
Well, I haven't gotten to that stage yet. You know, it's been a very tough time for me to deal with it. And I don't really have any feelings against them yet. You know, I guess because it hadn't really sunk in yet. But it's a lot of sadness out there with people who do these things for whatever reasons that they choose to do that. But I just really hadn't quite understood the reasoning for that. And I know
you say it hasn't sunk in yet?
No.
No?
I still think about it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Would you want to ever say to them why?
No, because I don't want to know.
You don't?
No. Because it probably would hurt me even more just to know their reasons. Because if it is, it's going to be totally meaningless to the reason. And it's better that I don't know. You know.
How are you handling the grieving process? I know I've done many shows where people say time heals. It hasn't been a long time. And one of the things you say in Rare Air, I was moved when I read it. You say you always would look to see if your family was in the stands, your wife, and if Juanita wasn't in the stands, she'd hear from you at the end of the game.
True.
And that you'd look to see if your mom and dad were there. So I was thinking that being able to go back on the court, did that have anything to do with your decision or how you would feel having to go back on the court and look at the stands and know your dad wasn't there?
No, because my father and I talked about it. I mean, he actually wanted me to quit after the first championship, but I had a lot of things to accomplish. And, no, that didn't have too much play, but it was a major concern to make sure that they were there as I played. Because that comfort, you know, knowing that he's there or my mother's there, my family's there, that support, something I really needed. And to know that, you know, he saw my last game.
Yeah.
So that's the greatest gratification that I can have.
But Michael, you know what's interesting to me? I've heard you talk about it, not a lot, but even in the book where you say my father who passed. And I always think, I mean, I know he had to pass, but I think he was murdered. And the fact that he was murdered is a searing kind of pain. I mean, have you dealt with that? Have you accepted the fact he was murdered?
No, because I'm a very optimistic person to a sense that I don't look at the real bad part of it. I look at no matter what happened to my father, he's not here.
Yeah.
So he's passed to me. I want to look at it in a good sense.